Hey Tina, you ready to talk about Doctor Who?
Hold on.
You done?
Sure, let's do it.
Spoilers.
I am really upset that we're doing a new Doctor Who episode, and it's not the episode where we came into the new basement layout so we could make a joke about you regenerating the basement.
I don't think it would have been worth it. And besides, I already reorganized my basement a couple of months ago. What are we talking about today?
Because we're talking about Doctor Who.
Oh, that's why you made that joke.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. Hi, Maddie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. It feels weird to be over here, like... Am I
It
supposed to
feels
be
weird
Dan?
to be over here, in fact.
Yeah, look at you.
I'm okay.
It feels weird to not be just talking to someone in front of my my computer, you know, the headset on. That's really weird, right, Maddie?
Yeah,
That's
I've
usually where we're at.
I've never seen you all in real life.
Never,
That's
ever.
not true
No.
at all. All right.
All right, so, new Doctor Who. We are in the first few episodes with Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. So we figured we'd get together and do a first impressions and where we think this is going, how it's a little different from what we've seen before. We also have a new showrunner in Chris Chibnall. So what do we think so far?
Yeah, well, if you guys don't know, Jodie Whittaker used to, or before this, was Beth in Broadchurch, and you've seen Broadchurch, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so how was she in that as far as that's concerned?
I mean, she was great. It's
Yeah.
a different kind of role for her, for sure, compared to Broadchurch, but that's a whole different type of show.
Exactly,
right?
yeah, so it has to be.
But, you know, Chris Chibnall was also the director, was also on that show as
Yeah.
well, working on Broadchurch, along with other big Doctor Who actors like David
right.
Tennant and
Of course.
Arthur, I forget his last name, that played Rory.
Darvel.
Darvel, yes.
Wow. I'm out
So-
of my element.
I guess they all really connected through there, but it's
great.
a big change to see her in this kind of role.
Yeah.
But I know that the director was already kind of hoping that maybe she would audition, and she ended up being a great choice.
agree.
Was it always the idea to have the Doctor replaced by a woman?
Well, I don't know that has been really
Talked about,
publicly
yeah.
discussed. I think it was probably more of like they decided who was going to be the Doctor and then
That's how it happened.
built the stories around
Yeah.
her, kind of like they did.
So
with-
it was
with
really they
Capaldi
hired
and
the best
everything else.
person for the job.
Yes.
In this case.
Yeah.
Yes, though I do think there was a rising tide to
Yeah.
push toward someone other than a white male.
You
as
could
the
see
Doctor.
it. You could see it in the Zeitgeist, the conversations online, you know, the backlash against Moffat regarding that whole, you know, will the Doctor ever be a woman? So I think it was coming at some point, and it is kind of perfect timing
Well,
given the social climate.
The
but
Night of Curiosity, how well did it perform compared to all the other seasons of New Who?
actually, it performed very well. So the
Actually,
so the first episode actually started out with like about 8.2 million viewers, rose to about 9 million. That's even above David Tennant, who was at 8 million. And Matt Smith only had 7.7, and Peter Capaldi was somewhere around there too. So she actually had the highest first ratings. I think that's out of curiosity. The
over
first
there?
episode.
No, I mean, but that's over there, or
No, that's
they talking like
total.
streaming?
Streaming, yeah.
Part
That's
of that
pretty good, though.
Yeah, I mean, part of that, though.
So,
has
I
to
mean,
be-
there were a lot of people angry
Curiosity.
about the fact that she was a woman that swore off Doctor Who.
Well,
Yes, but
But those
there
still
were
fuckers that are
also-
watching.
there's also a whole league of people that were
Yes.
just, you know, even people that hadn't watched Doctor Who, that heard this happen and they're like, oh man, this show could be for me now.
Yeah.
You know, I maybe it's people who already like sci-fi that wanted to see a woman in that role or liked when they've seen it in the past, but they're like, I'm going to watch it now. I never have, but
yeah.
I'll pick it up now.
And even like for me, I was not a huge Capaldi fan, and I tried, and I just never got into his run. But when I heard it was a woman, blonde-haired woman, call me crazy, but that seems to be the kind of character that I gravitate to. So I was back on board to watch it again.
Okay.
It's also the kind of characters I gravitate to. So we got a new Doctor.
Yep.
Who is, as with every other Doctor, arguably, bringing her own spin
Yes.
to it, kind of above and beyond what you perceive to be on the page of the script. I think so far I really enjoy her approach to the Doctor as carrying through with that first episode's, like, I don't remember who I am, I don't know who I am. And it does seem so far in all the episodes that she's still exploring that a lot. There's that one part in particular in, I think, the second episode where at the very end where she basically gives up and starts to panic.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I failed you.
Which was a very like, what the hell? That's not a Doctor thing to do. And then played it off a little bit at the end. But I thought that was an incredible character moment that Jodie Whittaker pulled off in a way that cemented her as a new Doctor character, kind of the way that I thought Peter Capaldi was much more successful at than either Matt Smith or David Tennant in their first few episodes.
Yeah.
I really like Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. The "look at me, I'm a woman" jokes, I think, are going to quickly get played out.
Hopefully they'll stop.
I thought the "come to daddy," I mean mommy, was funny.
Yeah.
And I get it. That's going to get a little played out very quickly. I personally would like if they just get on with it and tell stories.
They will. I think they will. I think it's just as far as we're aware, the Doctor, as far as regeneration has always been a man, so I think even he has to get used to that, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so I think, or she has to
It
get
takes
used
him
to
a while to get into the characters, though. Because I remember, I wasn't a fan of Capaldi at first, but then he kind of grew on me. And the same thing with Matt Smith, basically because he was regenerating after my Doctor.
Yes, my Doctor too.
So you have
Yeah.
this, like, I don't like you automatically, you're the new guy. And I'm sure she has a lot, like...
riding on her,
I mean, she has a lot to prove, not just herself, but, like, the audience as a whole. Like,
yeah, but as much as...
But I do like the way that it's simplified, in a way. It is not like...
there's not a lot of backstory going
Moffat's
into it.
stories, right? Where it's like, by the second episode, I'm like, oh my god, this is not going to get resolved until maybe the end of the next series. Sorry, British television. This is simple to me. Like, I'm following the story. It's easy to follow. She lost the TARDIS. She found the TARDIS.
But I do think, to jump ahead a little bit, I do think this is probably going to be a defining characteristic of Chris Chibnall's run.
I think so.
As opposed to Stephen Moffat, being like in your face with how clever he is all the
Wibbly
time.
wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
and sometimes that really worked.
Yeah.
And then
Sometimes I felt so
and then
smart when I figured it out.
Where can we put a crack in the wall in this episode?
Yeah, I agree with that.
The difference was definitely palpable. I could feel it, like watching.
Yes.
I went to go see the premiere of this series in theaters, and the difference between this style and Moffat's style is, I got palpable difference. The lack of just huge music,
Like overtures every time. Yeah.
Yes, and just the big clever moments and the big building up. 'Cause it's always, it starts, there's a big mystery, and then there's a big moment, and there's a big speech at the end. Moffat,
Yes, that is
every
Moffat.
episode.
Yeah.
And this one just felt a lot calmer, and it took me a while to get used to, too.
It's different.
Because I was like, wait a second.
This isn't witty enough.
I've spent 3 or 4 seasons with this style, and now this is... it's not her. She's perfect. What is this?
And I think it's just the writing's different. Yeah.
I also thought it was interesting though how this season seems to be kind of deliberately calling back to an older style of Doctor Who.
I agree with
in the
this.
sense of the first episode. Okay, you're setting the tone. It has to be set in modern day to pick up the companions.
There we go.
Second episode, rock quarries and robots that can't shoot. All right.
We're back on base.
Third episode, historical epic that's going to teach you a thing about a thing that happened.
That's right. Yes.
And it's very much kind of going back to the original spirit of Doctor Who, which was like kind of half educational, half...
It was always supposed to be educational for kids, though.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what I'm saying.
but yeah.
But like, I mean, the Rosa Parks episode was not just like a huge social commentary, which it was.
Yeah.
But it was also like, look at this. These were real people. Here are all the dates. How do these people know the dates? Because they learned them in school. We're going to recite all of the appropriate dates for you. We're going to call out all of the relevant characters. And so it seemed, while it was very, very affecting, in that episode, just that episode in general, it did also feel like, this is the episode where I'm supposed to learn something.
And
not like where I'm supposed to learn a lesson about being a better person. This is an episode where I'm supposed to learn historical things.
What time she took the bus?
Yes.
Because if you didn't
and who
know,
the bus driver was.
you were
Yeah, where she worked and where they met in the house.
Yeah.
I'm just glad there were 3 of them. Like, I would have been the most worthless companion. Yeah, I'll tag along, sure. What do you want me to do?
I have heard that name, Rosa
Yes,
Parks.
sure.
Well, and that was part of the episode too, right? With like Ryan,
with Ryan.
who you
Yeah.
would think would know. I love that they kind of used that character for him, right?
Yes.
So he was learning as he went through it. And he didn't remember any of that. Whereas most people would think, okay, well, this character obviously
Should
being
know
a
the
person of
history,
color would
yeah.
know all
because
of
he's
this.
black. And
Yeah.
Right, and
therefore
Yaz was like,
knows
he
how
went to
important
school.
this is towards.
Yeah, and he's like,
Right.
But it
didn't
was
pay
funny that he
attention.
was like, but this is in America.
Yeah.
It's not British history.
It is. Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
Let's talk about the companions a little bit.
Go ahead,
What do we
yeah.
know about them before this series?
Nothing.
Okay, so
Except her,
Yeah.
maybe.
so they're not too many memorable things that maybe a lot of people over here would know about.
Yes.
So Graham, who is the older character who plays the grandpa.
Love
Yes.
that guy, by the way. He's my
I
favorite
love
companion
him.
so far.
Yeah, he's my favorite as well.
I mean, he's no Amy, but anyway, go ahead.
He was a professional footballer, and by footballer I mean soccer player.
No, you said it right, football.
Yes, and
Yes.
he was also on some more soap opera types of shows, right, Amanda?
Yeah, he was in like Coronation Street on BBC, and over here he did some, I'm sure, guest role on Law and Order, which I think actually Tosin Cole, who plays Ryan, also might have appeared in an episode of Law and Order, and he actually was in Force Awakens as one of the stormtroopers. Real brief role, but that's the most American thing I think we would know him from.
Right. And as far as I know, both Ryan and Yaz
Yes.
had more soap opera type
They had,
roles.
yeah.
So I know that Yaz was also in a show called Doctors.
Yep.
And I know that was brought up in a lot of the interviews talking about how they chose her, how she had a big role in that. But it kind of follows a trend where these are, I wouldn't say they're virtually unknown, but for us,
They are,
and
yeah.
for big shows, virtually unknown characters. And we should also mention that they're not really companions this time. They're more best friends.
There was a moment when they were asking about her family. She says she doesn't have anybody. And then that's when the moment that they decided to tag along with her and stuff like that. So I
they
thought that
wanted-
was pretty neat.
think
Yeah.
so, too.
It doesn't feel like, hey, you want to go on an adventure with me. It feels more like,
You need
hey,
us.
we're kind of stuck together.
Yeah.
Let's try to find your TARDIS, and then that becomes something else.
Do you all think that the way they're approaching the companions this year, with more of like a friends and family type approach, is just a new approach in general, or is that a reflection of the Doctor being a woman and them having to come at the kind of the classic Doctor as professor, companion as student role? Do you think that's an intentional change because of that, or do you think it's just a new approach?
I think it is. I think it's an intentional approach. I think as a female Doctor, it's going to be a different dynamic, and they definitely didn't want it to be like her taking on a male companion, and where we see with David Tennant and Rose, where there's, you don't want to see that tension there. So they're trying to make it more of a familial approach, right? Where they're her family, they're there for her, and they'll support her. And that gives her the ability to shine as the Doctor, but also gives them the ability to shine on their own, too.
I think that losing, is it Ryan?
Yes.
Like losing his grandmother in the first episode, she has kind of taken on the role of this motherly figure for him. Because he
Makes
also
sense.
didn't have a mother, right?
No, he
So now he's along with his step-grandfather on this ride with this woman that they barely know.
And he clearly
So
has
I can kinda see
father
that.
issues,
Like,
'cause-
it's a different dynamic than it was with Amy and Matt Smith.
With Capaldi, they went back to that kind of like
Old school Doctor.
Yes.
school
Yeah.
Doctor
Old stuff.
and the companion who learns, but who starts out as, look at all this time travel, silly. I'm going to play with Galvatron.
Was that in your fanfic? Go ahead, Matt. You go.
So the director,
This is us putting up a screenshot
Was there a
of
kid
Janet
with
Go-
Galvatron?
playing with Galvatron in her kitchen.
I am the boss.
I think it's shown so far in the episodes that we've seen that everyone really does play a crucial role, and it's a very teamwork role, and
Yes.
it's not like people showing off, because sometimes we've seen that with companions,
Yes.
right, where we have people that are just, everyone's very clever, or one is ridiculous and the Doctor's clever,
Yeah.
and they're all kind of doing their own thing, or one is just listening to the Doctor,
Yeah.
right? But this is very much, everyone has a very important skill set and job and emotional understanding or capacity. You know, everyone has their role. And we see that in each episode, right?
Yeah.
So Graham constantly is using his bus driver skills.
Impressed by what bus drivers can do. I did not
think
realize.
they all have crutches too.
Yeah,
That's what's really
absolutely.
cool.
Yes.
Like with Ryan, he can't ride a bike because
He has
of
a
his
coordination disorder.
Right.
Which I will not praise.
And Yas is that her name?
Yaz. Yeah. She wants to
sorry.
do more. She's a police
I thought it was
officer who
pretty
wants
cool
more.
because I have always asked myself that question in the Rosa Parks episode: where do I belong on the bus? If I were to travel back in
it's
time,
true.
I'm not white and I'm not black. Where do I sit?
Yeah.
Like I've always wondered that, so I thought it was really cool that they touched on that.
There's obviously a lot of guest stars. The end of the first episode, they listed a bunch of guest stars that were going to be on it. We've already seen a few.
Mr. Big.
Yep, Mr.
So the lady
Big,
that played
Sergeant Donovan from
you.
Sherlock. She played Rosa
Surprised
Parks,
they didn't
which
go with an
was
American
really
actress for
great.
Rosa Parks.
Oh, she
But
was
she killed
spot
it.
on.
Yeah, she did a really good job in that role.
Spot on.
Yeah, and
I
Alan.
don't know. I don't nothing. I know nothing to base it on. I never met the lady, but maybe she
You
sounded
should
like
watch
that.
the episode again so you can learn some things.
Omar teared up. I don't want anyone. I'm calling him out
She
on
told
it.
everybody.
He teared up in it,
manly
so-
tears.
It was eye sweat.
It was eye sweat. That's what it was.
It was emotional. Anyway,
Yeah.
who else? Robert Baratheon?
Yeah, Rob Baratheon, or he was also in The Knight's Tale. That's what I remember. I like him the most from.
Alan
Mark
Cumming?
Addy.
You mean
Alan Cumming.
Nightcrawler?
Yes, Nightcrawler, or from Josie and the Pussycats.
Nightcrawler. Well, Josie and the Pussycats was also a comic book.
Yeah,
so fine.
so they're gonna have quite a few, and of course some British actors that if you were
British? I would
British,
know.
you'd probably know.
Right, who are part of the stable of 15 British actors.
Yes, and they might have been in Harry Potter or Game of Thrones.
Right,
so
exactly.
just
Idris Elba?
Idris Elba.
Is he gonna be?
They're saving him so
No.
he can eventually become the Doctor, obviously.
He's gonna
They're
be James Bond.
No, he's not. They already say he's not going to do that. So this is off topic.
Oh, right, off topic.
What do you guys want for this season? What are we hoping to get out of it?
I wanted dinosaurs on a spaceship.
No.
Yes.
We may get dinosaurs. Who knows? If they have the
No,
budget.
it doesn't need to be specifically dinosaurs on a spaceship, but I want a ridiculously dumb episode, and
We'll
just
get-
to see how this
I'm
group
sure we
deals
will.
with a
That's
ridiculously dumb situation.
That would
One
be
Moffat-esque episode.
No,
right?
not even that. Just like a. What?
Muffin had nothing to do with that. That was somebody
Yeah,
just
yeah.
having fun. I want Neil Gaiman to come back and write an
That would be
episode with a
wonderful.
female doctor. That
Yes.
would be phenomenal.
Yes.
But that's probably wishful thinking on my part. I don't know. I always, every time a new doctor appears, I always say, like, oh, it'd be nice to see a little cameo from an old, like, companion or something.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I guess it's not really needed because this is a different story and
Yeah.
people go their other ways. And those were people just like that song, he just used to know.
Yeah.
Also
I'll
because
always
of
keep
their-
hoping, though.
Because
I'll
they're-
I would love to
always
see.
keep hoping that
For
we
a
get
David
to see-
Tennant.
No, not just that, because I think the movie helped with that a lot too.
Yes.
To give me some of that closure. But
I'm still looking for Gallifrey.
The movie with Eric Roberts, the Eighth Doctor movie?
No.
Oh, I think she's talking the Day of the,
The Day
Doctor.
of the Doctor.
She's talking the Day of the Doctor.
Damn it, man.
Like the Doctor
With Eric
Master-
Roberts, of all the actors.
Eric Roberts.
Man, that guy.
Okay.
no, I'm always hoping to see the old companion, so it is really hard for
Yeah,
me.
that's
Yeah.
what I want.
It's not, I want to see Rose, and I want to see Donna, and I want to see Martha. I want to see those people
Because
again.
those people, they can kind of see, though, right? It's not...
Yeah.
Wasn't it Amy the only one that he really can't see because
Yes.
he saw her death and then he can't
Yes.
travel back into
I think
that
that's it.
Some
Yeah.
weird Doctor Who loophole that I'm sure somebody can undo. But anyway, I'm with you. I would love to
Yeah.
see a cameo by some of the old companions.
yeah.
Because we're still on Earth. Come on.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
we
that
played
big of a
out
damn
River
country.
Song and all that, so we're done with that. So that to me that storyline's wrapped up. But
They
yeah,
can go to Space Florida at the same time that Matt Smith and Amy are in
boy, look at
Space
that.
Florida.
They happen to be there at the same time.
I'm surprised
That
they
could be
haven't
my
done
dinosaurs
that.
on
That's
a
your
spaceship
stupid
episode.
episode
That's
that
what
you
he
wanted.
wants. They're all in. Yeah.
Really, that's what we want out of this? What about
I want to see the Master again, obviously. Missy's
Misty?
she's not coming back.
Oh, she's not.
No.
Well,
so-
she's on Sabrina now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's doing a great job.
Yes.
But she's already said that
On
that last season,
Was
that
it?
with Capaldi, that was her last season on Doctor Who, which means we'll get a new Master, hopefully.
excited to see that.
And it's always wonderful to see the Master again, because you
Yes.
never know who it's going to be,
You don't.
right? Until they announce, oh, hey, it's me, what's up, I'm back,
I'm
right?
back.
So I am very excited to see what they'll do with that. You know,
too.
what kind of person is it going to be? We have a female Doctor now.
So what's the dynamic going to be now?
Yeah.
I was a little worried that during the second episode they like, I forget what the big massive snakes monster was called, but they referred to, one of these in the second episode. Like, I was like, oh, come on. It's the same, like, where are we going to fit the crack in the wall in this episode? But then I don't remember any of that from the third episode.
No.
And maybe that, and then they introduced the whole evil leaper.
Temporal displacement weapon. Horrible things, can't stand them.
Thank you.
Not a compliment.
I always thought the show kind of needed somebody like that. Somebody that plays the role of the evil time traveler, like the evil leaper.
Right.
That's somebody that wants to fuck up time, and then the doctor can be like, that's my job. I get to fix it.
Right, as opposed to the master, who is just like going to show up in a time period and be like, I'm fucking this up for me.
Well, no. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, the master just wants to rule the world. I really don't know what the evil leaper wants. Like, what is the guy who...
Krasko's his name.
Kraskos?
Yeah.
Right, I don't know what he wants. He probably just wants to make money, because he does have the
vortex manipulator.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, she kind of broke it. Maybe he's got another one.
He did explicitly say that he just wanted to preserve the white race.
Yeah, when he was talking to Ryan out on the street, and I mean, it was like, wow, okay, Doctor Who's going there.
Yep.
Awesome. It's not just the Rosa Parks episode. Doctor Who is going there, and it's looking like it's going there in a way that's going to be an all season long thing. Which, good.
Yeah.
Maybe weird for British television to hit.
I don't know.
What seemed like...
I'm with Spielberg. I mean, Nazis always made the best villains. That's why you always bring them into those movies.
Yeah. No, I guess you're right. But
and a time-traveling Nazi?
I'm
And
very
they have their own issues right now.
That makes your protagonist that much better.
What does everyone think of it, though? Do you like Jodie? Do you like the show? How do you feel about it?
Yeah.
Feelings.
Well, I think I'm liking the new direction. I'm really excited to see what she brings to the table, obviously. And I can't wait to see where it goes from here. 2 thumbs up. Family fun for me.
I am still in early days. I like Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. I like the companions. I think they have a little bit to go in terms of real, actual chemistry, as opposed to, like, these people are thrown together by fate rather than choosing to stay together. I am still kind of astounded that they went there in episode 3. So I'm very curious as to how the rest of the season arc will shape up. I kind of think, for me, Jodie Whittaker is going to be more like Peter Capaldi, where it's going to take a while for it to settle in. But so far, everything looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm pretty cautiously optimistic about it.
Yeah.
So, right now I really like it, but I'm just ready to see where they go. I'm more excited right now for when everything's solidified and they're comfortable and everyone's found their place.
Yeah.
Then I feel like I'm going to be really just completely gung-ho for her, because that's usually how it goes for me. It takes me a while after a new doctor, right, to kind of just adjust to everything.
It's like a new relationship. You gotta get used to new things.
Yep.
Wash your own damn clothes. Anyway, so we got 2 thumbs up, pretty good, and optimistic.
Cautiously optimistic.
I'm gonna go with 5 Hornhusk out of 7 to throw everybody's fucking ratings off. No, I think it's good. I like it. It's fun. I did not like her in the first episode, but by the time the second and third episode came about, I kind of dug her. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I like her. And that first episode kind of had me tricked with that little twist ending. The beginning and the book end of the twist ending. I'm like, okay, this is cool. This can be really good.
Yes, it can be.
So, yeah, it's Doctor Who. I'm gonna watch it regardless of whether it's crap or not, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Which
It's
is
good.
the defining characteristic of a Doctor Who fan.
Hey everyone, we want to know what you think about the new Doctor Who, so make sure to put your comments down below, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and check us out on all our social media channels at NearMidCon. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Somehow,
I'm gonna dust your voice in my mouth.
That was not the...
how we like it. It would be like, so, close up.
Andrew got it.
Do it for Patreon.
Do it for Patreon.
That's not my only thing in your mouth.
Oh.